Yup. Yeah, it stopped working. Okay. Thanks. I'm sorry that happened. Thanks for coming back, guys. For now. No, don't do that, Fatal. You're so mean. Hi, William. Yeah, I'm sticking to this 2 lives a week. I really like it. I really like it. I might even want to do more. YouTube is stupid. I mean, it is what it is. It's pretty remarkable for what it manages to do. And success! Yes! Oh, that's so nice. I didn't check. I didn't think to check that, Fatal. Well, I assumed when I asked you guys if you could tell me if it's working, and I didn't get anything. So I'm sorry if you guys were typing and it didn't come through. 2 lives equals 2 hearts. You're so mean. It's a sign. The chat stopped. The communication died out. But still, I'm excited for you. So what's next? Single lady? I mean, maybe not for long. I hope it's easy. I'm just going to assume it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. It's going to be amicable. It's going to be great. This is going to be so great for you. So great for you. Martin, script writing. It was part of my performing arts course. I attempted a ghost story play. Ghost stories. Oh, I love ghost stories. Based on what's Woman in Black? It was one heck of a process. Really? So fun. Right. Am I right in thinking that you were in a Christmas Carol over the holidays? Is that you? The universe is telling me. Okay, guys, I have to tell you something. There were 2 doves at my window. 2 doves. 2 doves. What does it mean? I mean, I know I get to interpret it however I want, but that's never happened. Have I been to any cool caves or mountains? Yeah? Caves. I don't know about caves. I've been to Banff, which is such an annoying word to say because it sounds, you know. It's probably like the highest up I've ever been. I can't think of any caves. Never getting married again? Really? I mean, it's not necessary anymore. Sometimes I really do wonder what's like the future for romantic relationships. Everything's getting like, I don't know, like resorted, reorganized, reshuffled. Okay, this music is like spooky. It's too spooky. Let's try this. How would I deal with extreme anxiety? I would put Dochi on and just like jam out. Extreme anxiety. Number one, like, don't create any kind of negative story around it. It's not a problem unless you say it is. It's not a problem. It's a natural response to feeling overwhelmed, to thinking that, like, I don't know exactly what it is in your situation, but it's a natural response. Like, your body and your mind is really trying to help you out with the tasks that it thinks are super, super, super important. So any kind of judgment on yourself or on like what you're feeling, that's not helpful. Thanks, bye, goodbye. We're allowed to be anxious. I think also like the conclusions that you come to in this state of anxiety aren't necessarily cogent. You want to like, you want to come back to those problems when you're in a different state. So honestly, I would say like let yourself feel the anxiety, like move through it. Don't resist it. Don't fight it. That's why actually like I'm kind of not joking. I'm like put on Dochi. Like just like what happens if you're just like, I'm an anxious mess. It's okay. You're allowed to. You're allowed to be that. You're allowed to feel crazy. And then later, when you're in a different state and you're feeling more positive and more good and more collected, you can look at those things that were causing you so much anxiety and start questioning them. Start questioning whether they really are like so life or death, because that's really what anxiety is it's like you're thinking that something is life or death. Is it really that? Are you believing certain things or thinking certain things or seeing things in a certain way that is actually a bit obscured, a bit triggered, a bit scared, a bit whatever it is? And can you look at it in a different way and find like a slightly, like I would say, move in like gently, gently, softly, softly? Can you just start thinking about things like 1% more positively? Can you go like 1% easier on yourself? Can you just be gentle and soft and like reassuring with yourself in the way that like you really need someone else to be with you in those moments? Can you take the pressure off yourself just a little bit? Can you think just a little bit better about the situation? And just go with that. And actually, I do really recommend like the kind of gentle, slow adjusting, because it compounds and it's not trying to force anything. That's how I would deal with anxiety. And I say that having dealt with my fair share. Hi, MJC. Ooh, okay. The woman in black. Okay. I'll look into it. Yeah, it was you. Martin. Yeah. Girl love is coming your way. Hi, Alex. How are you? Am I celebrating St. Patty's Day? No. I'm not Irish, and I don't love a pub atmosphere. But I didn't celebrate Women's Day. I don't really celebrate days. I just kind of live my life. Hi, Louie. Wait. Sorry, I'm not laughing. the day I found out he cheated on me, I found a worm in my Chick-fil-A sandwich. So did you sue them and get $1 million? This sounds like Phoebe Buffay. Dude, that is a day. That is a day. You got blocked? I don't think so, Louis. The chat just stopped. Waleed, thank you. Louis, I can tell. You're a good vibe. Nefretpa. Are you Irish, Fatal? I'm looking. Oh, yo, when's Easter? I'm like, I live in my own timeline. Sure. Sure. I'm excited for. What am I excited for? I'm excited for tomorrow. I don't know. I don't really, everything's a holiday. I don't know. I think it's exciting if you get the days off. Do push-ups or run until you can do. Yeah. So actually just changing your, sorry, William, do push-ups or run. Yeah, just changing your physiology. Like telling your body that you're actually experiencing something completely different. Amazing to get out of that state, right? I like to dance. That's what I like to do. Like, what if you do the exact opposite of what your brain is screaming at you to do? What if your brain is like, and you're just like, cool, I'm gonna lean all the way in and I'm gonna smile through this and I'm just gonna be an irresponsible idiot about all these pressures. What happens then? What happens if you pattern interrupt, right? What happens if I don't freak out? What happens if I don't get angry? What happens if I smile or laugh or be stupid or just do something different? What happens? Suddenly oh, that thing that's coming up, now we're in a new world. Now I see that I'm actually totally free to respond however I want, regardless of what's coming up. You're an anxious mess. You're just such a good vibe. I don't know. You're probably doing okay. I think everyone... I sometimes think that anxiety is this word that we've created to name something that's always been there. It's just this kind of unease that's been there for most people that they weren't allowed to acknowledge. And it's just the root of feeling like you're not living up to something, you're not ahead of something, you're in danger, you're threatened, you're da-da-da-da-da. And now we have this word for it. But I would also say don't identify with it. Deal with it, validate it. You're not an anxious mess. You have anxiety. It happens. Okay? But you're not it. You can move through it. And you do move through it, don't you? Don't you? You're still here. You don't have to believe whatever your mind is telling you in those instances. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to you don't have to control the thoughts that are coming in because you don't have to believe it. I I think ultimately anxiety or stress is coming from a place of thinking that like the world and like your situations are bigger than you, are like untenable and demanding your attention. And it's not true. Like, you have control over yourself. And if you were the most important thing, if you and your sense of well-being and your sense of self, you getting to decide who you are, and just like being you, if being you and existing is the most important thing, that's top priority, then when the anxiety comes up, it's like, yes, but is this actually bigger than me? Is this more important than me? Do I have any kind of say in this situation? Don't I? Don't I get to make whatever meaning I want? Don't I get to interpret this however I want? Aren't I like free in my mind to think whatever I want and to respond however I want? Don't I have the capacity to be nice and kind and gentle to myself, regardless of what I might be experiencing out there? Aren't I actually free? Aren't I free? Aren't I important? Aren't I loved? And I know that might not be easy in the throes of it, but if you could do that once, if you can do that once in the face of anxiety and bring yourself back, and not buy into it, all you have to do is do it once. Because the second you do it once and you're like, oh, I'm free, I'm actually free. I actually was like responding the way I thought I had to, and I can choose infinite responses. I'm free. Then the next time it comes up, it doesn't have that chokehold on you. It's like, well, what do I want? What do I want? How am I going to be the most loving, the most kind to myself while this is going on? How can I be the most compassionate, the most understanding, the most gentle, the most powerful, the most beautiful, the smartest, the wittiest, like whatever. You always are free to respond however you want. Really, 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 really. And you only have to do it once. How's my script going? It's good. Like I said, it keeps morphing a little bit. So now there's like a new angle that we're going in that I think is really fun. But yeah, we changed the character a lot, which changes everything, of course. My process for writing has changed so much. I've discovered that like my favorite way of working is like I just like improv and dictate. Someone else get it down. I don't want to, what do I mean by this? Like with script writing, there's a part of me that like I want to keep it in the realm of like alive. I want to keep it in the realm of like out here alive as opposed to making it pretty on paper. I kind of think that often scripts are like, they're a lot, like you're imagining something in your brain and then you have to put it down on paper. And then, so it gets like transformed into like something readable. And then it's up to like the actors and the directors to then like transform it once more into something playable. So yeah, lately my process is like, I'm like, let me play it and find what I think is really funny and really fresh and really real. And like, yes, we'll get it down in like the words, but we don't have to go through that like Chinese, it feels like a Chinese finger trap to me. Rabbit. Yes, I agree with you, Andres. Rabbits. I will celebrate Easter for the rabbits. I remember. I was so excited about your Christmas carol. You're part Irish. Louis, you're goofy? Yeah, I can tell. You're a good time. Hi, Snarly Fox. How are you? Justin, your questions? What is the most exotic animal I've ever had? I would have to say like my snow leopard, Draco. Do I listen to Nirvana? No. I think if I did, I would like it. I think I would develop a huge crush on Kurt. I'm a bit scared to listen to Nirvana. Will I get super angsty? Stella, it was a nerve? Like, was it I don't eat meat, so like, I've never had Chick-fil-A. It even looked like him. Your sandwich knew. Hi, Emily. Your sandwich knew. Mixed European, but mostly Latino. Whoa, you're all over the place, Fatal. That's really cool. You used to have a guinea pig, Justin? Ooh, I've never had a guinea pig. Is that an exotic animal? Very exotic. Do you watch Fleabag? Did you watch Fleabag? The Max, Louis. Have I ever watched The Max? No. What's The Max? Do I watch stuff? I do watch stuff. I love stuff. Oh yeah, I just like randomly got a watch gifted to me. And I've never been a watch person. And I keep forgetting that it does tell the time. But it makes me feel business lady chic. I don't know. It's nice. It's a nice watch. It's actually like, it's very me. It was very nice to receive it out of the blue. Oh, you like it? Thank you. That's this. That's this. Thank you. That means a lot. You move through. Yeah. You're not doing anything wrong. I think honestly that's what gives people the most grief with anything, with any kind of emotion, is they interpret it as like, something's wrong, I need to fix it. And the truth is, if you're like, nothing's wrong, I'm actually like responding naturally according to what I think is happening, and I don't need to fix it. I don't need to touch it. I don't need to adjust it because it'll just move through. I don't need to attach myself to it by trying to fix it and making it a problem. You're okay. And that's for anxiety, that's for anger, that's for sadness, that's for anything. As long as you don't attach yourself to like ridding yourself of it, because the second you're like, I need to do something about this, you're in the reality where you need to do something about this. That's okay, Fatal. That's okay. I forgive you. Hi, Matrix Man. What? Oh, really? What was your name, Matrix? Hi. Alex, what's going on? So exhausting. Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds awful. I was thinking about you this week and your questions in regards to this. This is what I was thinking about. There's like other people and social interactions, societal expectations, let's call it. And then there's you, being however you are, which is perfect. Okay? Which is perfect. And I just wanted to ask, like, what do you think is more important? If you were to put that, like, on a scale of, like, hierarchy, other people, socializing, and you, like, your own comfort, your own, like, sense of, like, well-being, where would you be on that graph? And that isn't to say that, like, you should run from all social interactions. But what if you're not actually the problem? Like, what if social interactions are kind of bullshit? What if they are? What if they're exhausting because, I don't know, they're fake? I don't know why they're exhausting. Why are they exhausting? Because you're supposed to perform for other people, because you're supposed to be certain things that aren't naturally there. Like, it sounds like there's so much, there's like something you're supposed to be for this social interaction to work. And what if you were to flip it? What if, like, you're up here, you're top, you're the top of the pyramid, okay? You're most important. You're where it's at. Whatever's going on in your brain, your body, like, that's the most important, because you're the only you in your reality. Like, you're the only experiencer. So actually what you're going through is most important. And the social interaction is there to support you. Like, it will live and it will be something because of your ability to be honest with yourself and towards yourself, to be true towards yourself. That you don't actually need to do anything. You don't need to be anything. It's there to support you. And if you let yourself just be you, like, stop trying, stop thinking that you need to be something other than what you are, and you just, like, you let it come up to you, come up to your level, meet you, it might be easier. It might be easier in the long run. There might be a part of you, if you try this, that is, like, screaming at you to, like, do more, impress more, be more, try more, live up to their expectations and wants and needs. There might be a part of you that's screaming at you to, like, what if you don't need to? What if you're perfect? What if you change the temperature of the room and everyone adjusts to you? What if it's enviable the way that you just naturally are? Because that's actually, like, the most compelling, magnetic thing is, like, when you're not trying. And so that's specific to you. That's not actually, like, it's just, if you're loud, you're loud. If you're quiet, you're quiet. If you're excited, you're excited. If you're scared, you're scared. If you're happy, you're happy. It's whatever it is that's there. But you're not trying. You're like, you never abandon yourself for what someone else might want. Why do you think you know what they want? So that's what I would say is like, stop abandoning yourself in social situations. What if you're most important? And actually, like, everything you need is right there. Who you are is enough. Who you are is valuable. What you have to say, what you don't have to say is valuable. There's nothing you need to do. There's no way that social interaction needs to go, honestly. The most striking thing you can ever do, because like, we're not really listening to what's being said, we're paying attention to like how someone is being, always. And we pick like, and we know. We're really, really, really instinctual, actually. And we know when someone is bullshitting. We know when someone is trying. We know when, like, you just feel it. So actually, the most important thing that you can do is just like, be okay with yourself. Do you know how rare that is? And the way that you do that is just minute by minute, be okay with yourself, with whatever's going on. Whatever. Martin, I didn't know Harrison Ford said that you can write the shit, but you can't say it. That's like such, I always have to read scripts out loud, and when it sounds super clumsy, either it's a choice, in which kudos to the writers, or they didn't think to say it out loud, and I'm like, hi, people don't talk like this. Stella, thank you. That's so nice. Oh, wait, I'm so behind. Business lady. Why am I thinking like that needs to be a whole like series? Business lady. My impression of a business lady. Peanut white chocolate. That's so sweet. Manuel. I do remember you. Zatmar. If time is merely a construct and all moments exist simultaneously, does this imply that free will is an illusion and our choices are predestined? I don't know how you got there from there. So you're saying like, oh, you're talking about block universe. Is that it? That's what it sounds like. So meaning that like we're not creating anything, to put it that way. We're just choosing. So I do think I believe this. And actually this takes some of the pressure off. What I would say, what I think it is, from my limited perspective, let's say it is a block universe where like every possible parallel reality is coexisting at once, stacked on top of each other like sheets. Like paper. I need to watch an episode of The Office to know how they say that. So it's all stacked. So do you have free will? I would actually say like, what if the free will is about choice? That's all it is. So let's say it's already like happened in that way. It's already happened. Yes. But infinite and constantly expanding. Don't forget, the universe is expanding, isn't it? So infinite and expanding. That's like the weird thing about infinity, is infinity actually keeps getting bigger. Okay? So constantly expanding. And what if free will is about choice, about choosing which reality you're stepping into? And how do you choose? then the question becomes like, so how are we actually making the choice? Is it through actions, or is it through something else? Is it through our thoughts? Is it through our feelings? Blah, blah, blah. And from what I understand, what I've experienced is it's from state. So it's like energy. But it's kind of like a current of, the way that I best understand it is, it's like a conceptual state of who I am. And that's actually going to cause the thoughts, that's going to cause the feelings. And I'm going to step into like what I perceive to be a linear timeline according to that, until I choose differently. That's how I understand it. But aren't you free to decide for yourself? I think it starts with that like choosing of state, of who I am, of like identity almost. Of I am. You choose the I am, and the rest follows. Alex, you're not wrong, but I hate feeling so anxious and exhausted by it. I don't want to be this person. Okay. It's tricky because I don't exactly know like how much you're being asked to go beyond what you're naturally comfortable with at this moment in time. You can go easy on yourself. You're allowed to not do it. You're allowed to say no. If you need rest from it, you're allowed, right? I definitely say no if I don't feel like it. Because ideally what there is to discover is what exists like beyond you forcing yourself. Like ideally you find, like, why do it? Why are you doing it? Why are you forcing yourself to do it? Is there anything you get out of it? Honestly, or is it just something that you think you have to do? Like, really, what if you just didn't? Is there anything you get out of it? Because if you can even find like a sliver of moments where it's not anxious and it actually feels like okay and good and enjoyable, that's what you want to find. Is like, what if no one was forcing me, including me? And you don't want to be this person. Okay, who do you want to be? Do you want to be someone that's like more easy, more breezy? Someone more charismatic? I don't know. Someone more calm, more relaxed? Then you have that capacity in like small increments to just like ease up on yourself. Be easier about this, right? Be easier about your exhaustion. Be easier about this feeling. Be easier about, like, lower your expectations of yourself. We're going down, okay? Who do you want to be? It's someone who's just like chill and okay and relaxed. So then be relaxed about this. Be relaxed about social situations. Like, let it be terrible. Isn't that what a relaxed person would be? I think like you're really wanting to be something. Like imagine like a tough dad who's like, why can't you be, why can't you be more like your brother or something. And the more that tough dad is like disappointed and disillusioned by you, the more you feel incapable. And instead, don't you want the dad who's like, it's okay. It's not a big deal. You'll get another shot. You're doing way better than you think you are. I love you anyway. You're doing okay. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for trying. I know you're tired. I know it is exhausting. I get tired too. Other people get tired. They say they don't, they get tired. I know it's exhausting because a lot of people are exhausting. Because a lot of people are like, they don't know themselves. And they're just talking to fill up space. It's exhausting. Like, all that energy coming at you. Yeah, and you're doing so well. You're doing so well and you're figuring it out. And I know you're tired and you can go easier on yourself. Be more relaxed about who you are right now. You're better than you think you are. Maybe this like tough dad likes you just the way you are. I know it's contradictory, but actually when you like start seeing yourself from a different light of like, maybe I'm okay, maybe I'm not who I think I am. Maybe I've been too tough on myself. That's the way. That's the way to change, is like to figure out that you were never like you actually weren't who you hated being. You were never that. That's why you hated being them, because it wasn't actually who you are. Hi, Alice. Thanks. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I remember. Of course I do. You were like true blue. Thanks for being here, Matrix. My cock, what's going on? You related to Ethan? Can you tell him I want to work together? That's this. How do you feel about anxiety in the context of the audition process? I actually think like the best way to deal with anxiety is to like get out ahead of it. It really is. If you have like a different energy that kind of overrides it, that is more important. That's the best way to be. Meaning that like I used to bike to my auditions. So I'd put music on and I would bike, and because I was like otherwise engaged, I didn't have like the brain space to be nervous, and then I would just go into the room without second guessing myself, right? And that really worked for me. And then I somehow got it into my head that like, oh, I needed to be more like mindful and focused. And that didn't work for me. Like I kind of like being a bit above it all. At least there was a time in my life that that's really what worked. To just kind of like get more free, to get out of like perfection mode, right? To get out of thinking like that there's a way that this needs to go. And instead I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna do it. Whatever comes out is what's gonna come out, and I'm just gonna trust it I'm just gonna trust it, because what else is there to do? And also my perfect idea of how this scene, my perfect idea of like what they want this scene to be, could be completely wrong. I don't know. So I'm better served by showing up as I am and giving whatever is honestly, authentically me, because day of, that's who they're gonna have to work with. And that's actually what they want. Like, they want a real human being. They want to deal with you, not a little doll that they can pull a string and it does it perfectly. They want the complexity and the surprise that is a live human being. So as much as you can honor that, like that's what art is, that's what creativity is like being present, being in the moment, and letting, so maybe you have like an intention. There was a pianist who talked about this, that like you kind of pre-select choices. You do like kind of know options available to you, but you also go by the feel of the moment and you let it carry you. And it's that dance of kind of like having an intention. So almost like you have like a rudder in a boat and you have an intention, and it's okay if you're nervous, but you have an intention. And hopefully you have excitement about getting to do this creative thing that you love to do. And it's not about living up to someone's expectations, because ideally their expectations are, you already have the audition, so they already think you're good. Their expectations are, she's gonna come in and she's gonna do her own thing. That's their expectations. She's gonna show us something that is her take. So I wanna see her take on it. What would she do? What's alive and present and real and human that she's gonna bring into the room? So as much as possible, keep that. That is more precious, more important than anything else. I don't care about the perfect performance. It's flat, it's dead, it's dull. Be real, be honest, be alive. Even if that's like messy and weird, that is more memorable than a perfectly sculpted still life, right? So that's how I would think of an audition. I know it's so compelling that you just want to go in there and you want to be in control because you feel so, but actually we don't want that. We want life, right? And that goes for everything. The most magnetic thing you can ever do is be you. It's be like genuine in the moment and responding to the moment, right? Yeah, Martin, of course, it's about how you interpret the energy and what you try to do with it. It's just, put it this way, if you think there's something wrong with being nervous, and then the scene essentially, and you're trying to like change it, essentially what the audience is going to see is like an actor saying lines while trying to calm herself, which might be right for the scene, but it might not be. So if you didn't have to do anything with the feelings, if that wasn't your job, and your job was just to like make a piece that's like alive with whatever's going on, and maybe it does focus you, you know. Yeah, if you don't have to banish it, what happens? Like, how often in life do we kind of feel out of control? Isn't that interesting to watch? Mike Hawk, I don't get it. What are you saying? I've already been on here so long. I'm gonna go soon. Mike Hawk, I don't get what you're saying. Respectfully. Random idea, maybe you should try wearing 2 matching one for your choice. Then I'll be like super business, right? Yes. With a cardigan? Yeah, right? Some people actually intentionally want to be scared. I'm on a chair. Play a different character like an audition? Like now? What do you mean? Hi, Louise. Louise? Super business. Super business lady. Super business. Oh, we have some paperwork to sign. I know exactly what time it is. Tokyo time. Play a character where I get to dress up. That would be fun. I want to do something in Regency era. She does, Bella Thorne. Okay, great. Well, I need another watch then. So what is this called? Self? You like my accent? Okay, don't encourage me. Business lady. Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna go. Because it's, I have to be up for the Chinese conference call. I like you guys a lot. Yeah, you have to go to sleep, Martin. Okay. Oh, thanks for staying up with me. I love you so much. Have I ever thought about recording your feels on the audition process in an academic context? Ooh, i.e. an oral history or research interview? What do you mean? I'm curious. In an academic context? Like, you mean as it relates to that, like, an audition experience exists, like, in academia as well? I mean, it exists anytime that there's some kind of, like, presentation or some kind of thing that you are, like... I often think that, like, auditioning is like dating. Ideally, it's not an audition. That's the trick. Is you want to make it like the outcome is already decided. So you're not auditioning for anything. You're not applying for anything. You already have it. It's like complete. You're already good. You don't need it. You just get to show up and do your thing, which you can't not do. And then you get to completely drop whatever expectation you might have of the outcome. Okay, Matrix Man. Bye, Manuel. Bye, Jason. I miss you, Louie. Take care of that desert for me. Go water. No, don't water a cactus. I was going to say go water a cactus, but don't. Leave it be. It knows what it's doing. Bye, William. I'm in Canada. I love you, Stella. I love you so much, and I'm thinking about you, and you've got this, and you're so powerful, and you're so strong, and you're so amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. Alex, I'm here for you. I really am. Okay. Oh. What character do I play? I play non-business lady. She's like a favorite of mine. She sleeps until 10. Not every day, okay? Yeah, social. That's interesting. That's this. I'm interested in what you're putting down. Maybe if you're there on Saturday, we can bring it up again. Bye. Okay, there's so many comments. Oh my God, you're so cute, Stella. I adore you. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Yes, this is gonna be like a regular occurrence, so I'll be going live the weeknights, Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, depending on my schedule. And I'll also be going live on Saturday at noon, so come hang out with me. And I love you, and you're important, and you're special, and you're hot, and you're sexy, and you're valuable, and you're important, and I believe in you. I really do, and you're doing such a better job than you think you are. Trust me. You're doing amazing. You've got this. I know sometimes it feels like life is like coming at you, but no, you're okay. You're okay. And that's really all you need to tell yourself is like, I'm actually okay. I'm actually okay. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one, okay?